the old me felt on my path when I was working in my Tim Ferriss optimized way with my 4 things achieved every day. Like that made me feel on the path. And I sense a larger path that is asking me to let go of a lot of those things and to have more space, less rigidity to how I just for this phase in my life, not forever. Um, and to let something larger percolate and bubble up. And the glimpses that I have had that move me, and yeah, I feel it. There's a knowing that is semi-obscured in me that I both long for and fear of the gift of my life, the way that it is headed, what it has been, and yeah, the depth of beauty that will become and all of those things. And what I can get stuck in is fear that I didn't do what I needed to do today to make that happen. And so I appreciate what you've said, and I'm working with, like, when you have the glimpse of the larger transcendental, it's like, no, it's all working out inevitably perfectly as it needs to be. It makes these days where I don't have a podcast, or I haven't produced a video, or I haven't done something, it lets me understand that they contribute just as much as those days where I am totally productive and make the thing happen in the way that I, was used to doing.
Do they though? Are they just as productive?
What I feel for me, and again, I think that there's different stages. I think that there's some people that really need to they need to get on their grind, and they need to, like, that's where they are. For me, what I do that I'm not even totally aware of with space and silence is probably even more productive than what I do with activity and contribution in the traditional ways that I'm used to it.
Can I push and or play with you a little bit?
Please push.
So, Charlie, when you say, okay, that's equally productive, right? I'm trying to figure out how to say this. What do you think is better? For everything to be equally productive, or for something to be less productive and that be okay?
I hear you. Perhaps productive is not the right word. That they are, because I agree that it is. If we take productivity to mean what is this adding to your ability to influence, to your power base, to your ability to impact other people's lives in a direct manner, to your ability to earn money or whatever, to the money that you have at your bank. I still think that there is a tremendous degree of productivity to space that I have underestimated. Like a lot of my videos, I write from space. Is where they come from.
I'm not disagreeing that there's value to that.
Yeah.
The reason I'm pushing you is because I think there's still there is a value. You're valuing productivity, even in a non-traditional way, over non-productivity.
Yeah.
Right. So I think this is where I want to say I've worked, and I don't mean to. Please let me know if I come across as like condescending or superior to you in any way. But
no, I appreciate it.
I've worked with I've learned a lot from you. I've worked with a lot of people who are very successful, and I've noticed this thing that they kind of fall into, which is like, okay, like now you've seen the value of space, right? But at the end of the day, are you okay taking space if there is no value? Right? Because if we're really talking about acceptance, you should have no dvesh or repulsion towards wasting your time.
Yeah.
And
yes.
And there's something incredibly liberating, which maybe you've already experienced, which is like, you don't need to be productive all the time. It doesn't have to have productivity in a different dimension. I completely support the journey that you're on. But
I appreciate this. No, I think that you are keyed into something that is not fully germinated in me, which is I'm working through this constant need to produce, give, prove my worth, etc. And I'm finding intermediate steps of, oh, well, this counts as productivity. This counts if
Yeah.
I.
So you've got to be careful because you'll
Yeah.
hijack the Eastern stuff.
Yeah.
Which
Yes.
and what you'll do is the productivity mind will be like, oh, like if I become an enlightened, transcendent individual, imagine how much more productive I will be.
Yeah, I can do more. Yes.
Right. So it's going to be tricky because I think the challenge that you face is going to be hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
and I'm excited for your journey. I have complete confidence in you, and I think it's going to be hard to be less.
It's going to be absolutely brutal. No, it's no 100%. Yes, these are, you can call them coping mechanisms to maintain the core of my old belief system whilst rearranging some of the furniture, and yeah, and I the good news is it seems that life in its infinite wisdom is insistent that I learn this at a deeper level, because it's not it's, I really am so well taken care of. This has actually been part of my journey, is to really recognize and receive, which is hard, the gifts of my life that are like, I have the gift of having enough money to take a break. I have the gift of a supportive group of people around me who care to see me really find acceptance without pushing, prodding, or cajoling. And to like, a lack of deservingness can be activated that I think runs deep. That, well, how come not everybody else gets this? And how come just me? And it can feel unright. And like, I'm not allowed to enter into that space until I donate enough, give enough, contribute enough, which I don't think that there's an end to that.
Yeah. Beautiful, man. I'm very excited for you, and I didn't mean to poke you too much. I mean, I don't think
appreciate. I'm good.
I think it's you're gonna love it on the
Yes.
other side when you sort of, you'll realize one day that I hope, and maybe you'll come to a different realization, and the realization I have is incorrect. I don't think so though, because I think I'm already seeing the seeds, but just like you said, you've got to be careful because that. Now I know the productivity of space and the value of space. That's actually falling into your old trap.
Which is value. Yeah. Which is what does this thing have value? Does this have value? Does this have value?
Yeah.
Yes. Versus is this thing?
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
And so it's seriously something that I think the hardest thing that sometimes I'll try to help people learn, I don't know that you can really teach it, is that, so there's this kind of aspect where everyone's like trying to see the silver lining, right? We're going to practice gratitude and we're going to like be positive and all this kind of stuff. But I think honestly, sometimes the most tranquil thing someone can learn is to actually dispense with all that stuff and to say, okay, this actually isn't as productive. There isn't a W here. There's no way to pull a W, and it's okay to take the L. And once you're okay taking L's, I think there's another layer of kind of peace that comes with it.
But totally. I mean, it's words fail when you get to that. I think it's just the only thing that's inside of me is just I am. That's the only thing that I can add to that.
Yeah.
That
so as long as you found that, then you're going to be fine. The rest of it is just, you just got to give it time to grow. And I think I've heard so much just amazing self-awareness from you that I think you've got this stuff on lock. Like, it's going to be fun. I'm excited to watch your journey.
Thank you. Now, if you want to show up better at work and get all the positive results that come from that, whether it's in meetings with your team, high-stakes conversations about promotions, we built a program that will help you carry yourself in a way that people naturally respond to. Here's what one student had to say. I received a job offer, and when I asked why they wanted me, this was their answer. Your charisma and your ability to connect with everyone are rare and are of great value to the company. The course is called Charisma University. There's been tens of thousands of students that has gone through it. It's 30 days long, and it's fully guaranteed. So if you don't think it was worth it, you can get a full refund right from inside the program. There's a link on the screen and in the description. Hope you decide to check it out.